Welcome back, everybody, to Pern 1.18 Survival. We are here next to our enchanting table. So, you saw in our last episode, we did some enchantments. We have an Unbreaking Fortune 3 Efficiency 4 pickaxe, and we have an Unbreaking 3 Efficiency 4 pickaxe. We have an Unbreaking pickaxe, we have an Unbreaking axe, and we have a Looting 3 sword. We still got plenty of levels, but we're out of diamonds. So we'll have to go find some. But what all of that means is that we can actually start doing some stuff. We can start doing some builds. We can start doing some fun stuff. And so I'm excited, you know. And our poor pickaxes, we'll use these up. But let me see. We're just gonna use this one for now since we're not gonna do anything special. And we don't need the axe, at least at the moment. Cool. We may need some water. No, we won't need water. We'll probably use up the shovel, but we'll make a new one when we need to. So our goal is to start building, and we need a base wall design. So the very bottom of it's going to be cobble. If we can find some moss, can you make mossy cobble from moss blocks? Or do we still need to go find the vines from the jungle? I'm not sure. We're going to take a couple stacks of those, a couple stacks of andesite, a couple stacks of diorite, a couple stacks of cobbled deep slate. We have some dripstone blocks. We can get lots of those. We have tuft. And we have cats running across our keyboard. Oh boy, you gotta love cats. We're gonna grab some dark oak, and we'll grab one birch. We're gonna take this up with us because we're gonna craft all of these blocks into different things. And we'll still gotta smelt all the copper up, but we did smelt some stone. Yes, some regular stone that we got cooked up here. Perfect. All right, so yeah, we have to figure out a unique wall design. Something that we like, not too complicated, but nice looking. You know, that's going to go around our entire plateau, and of course we'll add towers. Now I did put a little bit of a base down here I had started on of just cobble. And I kind of want to mix mossy cobble into it, but we'll have to go find either a jungle or a cave, and I know where there's several jungles because we passed through them when we were exploring trying to find this place. There's one over there, and there's a jungle that way over there. I believe there's one that way over there too. But there's probably mossy caves closer by. But anyways, we gotta decide how we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make a bunch of cobblestone walls, and then I'm gonna split this, and I'm gonna make a stack of those, and I'm gonna make some of those. Cool. And then for our andesite, we've got all kinds of options. Now for the wall itself, the base of the wall, we kind of want like rough andesite type stuff, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and do 32 of those. And then we will do some slabs and some stairs. We're not going to use the polished yet. That's more fancy stuff, right? So we don't necessarily want to do that. And then we are going to use probably some stone bricks, and we'll have to figure that out. Same with this other stuff. We'll have to decide how we're going to do all this. And from the cobble deep slate, we're going to focus on bricks because tiles they speak to me like something you walk on. But the bricks could be, something fancy for the walls. I don't know. I have no idea. We're going to have to see what we do. So I thought I would build a sample wall up here. I didn't bring the bucket. That's okay. We can do this. Just so that we're not distracted by flowers and stuff. Cool. All right. So, let's say that this is the outer bottom edge of the wall. So this might be uneven, because depending on the terrain, it might go up, down, things like that. So I'm thinking that, we need a wall base. And, while some of it's going to be built into the mountain, I have to think about how wide do I want the walkway at the top of the wall. And so at minimum, I want the walkway too wide. And then, of course, you would want a block on each side because that's going to be your parapets, or whatever the design is. So at minimum, our wall needs to be 4 blocks thick, going up. And it may come out in different areas, but, at minimum, that's your basic thickness. We're going to go sleep. Our torches keep the mobs away pretty easy because we don't need as many torches, but they don't keep the phantoms away. Aha! Now the phantoms will be gone. Come back up the stairs. We bounce around, right? Okay, anyways, where were we? We were busy figuring out a wall before we were so rudely interrupted. All right, so let's just do this. Now, in real life, a lot of times in the bottom of the wall, this is filled with just dirt, random rocks, things like that. In ancient times, nobody would spend time placing cut bricks and all of that in the center of a wall. They just needed fill for the wall to hold it up, and also to make it strong, so that if someone was attacking the outside with a battering ram, it's not that you just have a thin line of bricks and then there's a hollow space in the wall. No, they're solid. But for our practice wall here, we're just going to fill it with cobble. Okay, so we've got our edge. Now I think the next step, before we move to a different stone type, because I do want to move away from cobble, we have to decide how we want to do our edging. We have too many things in our inventory. All right, so let's say that, for example, we could do something like this. Let's just put a line here so we have something to build against. There we go. Okay, so we could do, a base edging that looks like that. That would work. Vice versa, we could do an edging that looks like that. And I think we might even do a combination. Let's come up here and take a look. We're gonna put that there, because above this we would graduate to another stone type. For example, it might be andesite. I'm not sure, or whatever. What is this? Yeah, it's andesite. And of course, we're going to have little parts that come out, and stuff like that. But just trying to decide here how we want to do the base part. I definitely think the stairs we might use, but they're not quite fitting. I mean, that might be okay for the base. All right, so if we were to do that, what would come next? See, I want this I want the city to look like it's been there a long time, but at the same time, there's been improvements, modernization over time. I mean, I don't think I'm going to go for like 20th century stuff, um, but some fantasy stuff. I was thinking of a combination. When I first saw this, I thought about um, Rogue One, Star Wars movie, and Jeddah, the city of Jeddah, how it's up, just sitting on that huge rock, and you got this wall around it, and then the city in the middle of it, inside the wall, right? Um, Now, of course, that's future advanced, but that was kind of the style I thought of. And then I thought also that because this is up high and everything, wouldn't it kind of be neat, especially since the terrain of 1.18 fits it so well? What if when we're building the city, we also build like a airport? Now, I'm not talking about an airport airplanes, what we're used to today. I'm talking about a fantasy airport. The ones where you see the wooden sail ships sailing through the sky. Maybe they have a blimp like thing, maybe they have big sails. There's all kinds of different designs in fantasy. And that, there's a couple of those ships docked at a port. Where they're floating in the air, but there's these buttresses coming out from the wall here and there where they can dock. That's kind of what I'm thinking of from a, modern, that the city's old, but, technology has been advancing in that sense. I guess some people might call it steampunk a little bit, but we're not going to go that far. Uh, so anyways, back to our wall. We got distracted. So I'm liking this. I think we need a little design elements into it. For example, what if what if you never have enough inventory slots, right? You may need something to kind of look up high, but no, now something's not something. If we do this, then we need to change this a little bit. No, possibly looking better. This is always the fun thing about building, right? Is trying to figure out a design. Okay. Something's throwing it off. I won't say I'm the best designer, but sometimes people like what I do. It's looking interesting. I do like the color contrast there, but I'm not sure if that's the right block. I don't think a lighter one would work, would be best. But potentially, what about a darker one? Something tells me we need a transition between the cobble and the andesite. This is difficult. I'm struggling here to find a design I like. We're gonna spend the whole episode, just trying to figure this out. I guess the zombie died. Hmm. Maybe I need to go a little bit wider with the things. What I mean is that if I was to put that there, this, this, it's just not calling my name. Now my other option is that I could do like this. I thought the stairs were gonna do it, but maybe not. Now see that's looking better. I know that's really simple, but maybe we can enhance it just a little bit. Let's take some of these and get some stairs. What I mean is that if we were to here, 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 and here, go like that. Okay. Our cobble base is still throwing us off though. Now, let's assume that the cobble goes further down like we have over there, right? That would make the transition better. A way to get up over here too. Okay. Now we would have to decide, you know, all right, we're going to have these, we're going to have a section every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, every 7 blocks, a section's going to come out. What are they called? Stanchions? Or I don't know what they're called. So would we maybe do this? Maybe we make it 5 wide. We're going to spend this episode, you know, trying to take a look at what the design would be like. And then, you know, off camera, I can start building the wall and stuff like that. But this gives, this gives you an idea of the process I go through when I'm designing stuff. Now, I could just, you know, go online and, you know, try to find a template of some sort or, you know, something like that. But I'm not like that. I like to be unique and different with my builds from a perspective of that, you know, it's mine. It's my build. We got to go up higher to take a look at the will this work type question. I am liking that. You know, and then of course imagine that it's gonna come back out over here. Oh, I don't have a... So on this side you would see the same thing. So, you know, and you got this inset. I mean, as the base, that looks pretty decent. I think I like this. It's not too complex, but it looks good. And we'll put some mossy cobblestone as well down in the bottom or wherever we can. And then see when we move up and we're getting ready to transition into the top of the wall, So on top of this, I was thinking that we're going to transition into the nice bricks, and then we have our walkway right behind it. We may make this taller, but just to kind of give an example, and we may also include some design around it. For example, if we take this and we keep thinking, if you click here, it's going to increase the number here, like when you're on a crafting table. So back here, you know, you would have, you know, the walkway. We can even, I guess you can't alternate these bricks. They're always going to be the same, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, that's okay. We may change that, but let's take a look at this. Now, see, that doesn't look too bad, doesn't it? That looks okay. I may change this part here, but overall, that looks okay. I think we can do this. It'll go up, you know, one more. We'll have the crenolines. We'll have to decide which type we want. And then wherever there's towers, you know, those will go up. We might make part of them, we'll start using, you know, the spruce and stuff like that. Okay. Well, I think that does it. I think we've decided on a wall sample for our city. Now the question is, you know, how to build it. It's basically to come down here and start building it. I mean, we've got the base. The next section would be to alternate these and cobbles. So for example, a skeleton has dared to shoot us. Well, we are just going to have to loot your corpse for extra bones so we can get that. Well, okay, fine. You can fall down there, but I want your goodies. Yeah, oh, now we're in the pickle of we've got too much in our inventory. Ah, we can combine. But we still got too much of in our inventory. We can still combine, can't we? Guess not. We have 2. What can we do with 2? Can you do anything with 4? We can make a smooth one. That won't work. No, we're doomed. All right, well, flowers will come back for you. Whoa. Oh. Hello, sir. You're invisible. You don't have anything that I'm interested in. I do have emeralds, but you don't have anything. Can we get back up? I guess we'll have to break a hole in our wall. So, you know, I mean, this isn't very high, right? It's just a little bit of an edging. So what we would do is on the end here, this is where we're going to have the tower. How wide is the tower base going to be? Or the thing that sticks out? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, and so on and so forth and so on. We're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll actually come out here. 5. Okay, and so here's our 7, and see, I've already forgot what the wall looked like. Oh, we keep putting our sword away, and then we can't do anything. Llamas, you're supposed to protect me. Oh, you know what? No. Aha! We have leads. We have leads. Congratulations. All right, we're almost out of time on the video, so, you know, this is where this would start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then this is where the wall's going to come back out again. Have to dig these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The wall's going to go in. And so 1, 2, 3, and we're going to have to decide how to do that. Or we just take the 5 and we put it out there and this is a straight wall. But I think that is a good start. We're there. All right. So, thanks for joining me today. Appreciate it. And we will get this wall started with the materials we have. We definitely don't have enough materials to build the whole wall. But in our next episode, you should see a beautiful start to this wall around. We may have part of a tower's built, maybe not, I'm not sure. But we will definitely have this wall planned out around a good portion of the city. Progress. We'll see you in the next episode, everybody. Take care.